And notice I said, as we begin to pray and then plan.
Amen.
Because you really should not do any planning until you've done some praying.
That's right.
Because if you plan without praying, then your plans are not going to be successful and you set yourself up for failure. But I thank God that we have a Centennial committee who believes, and chairperson who believes in seeking the face of God.
Amen.
And as we began to pray and then plan, and we thought about this year's Praise in the Park, which we have said we were going to centennialize. I like that word.
Yes.
Centennialize.
Yes.
That's a good word, isn't it?
I like it.
I don't think you're going to find it in the dictionary, but it makes sense. And you know what we're talking about when we say it. And that's a word that the committee has made up. We said we were going to centennialize our praise in the park at St. Mark. And we wanted to, as we kick off our 100 years old, we ought to give God praise for 100 years. Okay. About 25 of y'all made some noise. 100 years old! Hallelujah! Let's give God glory! Give God some praise! Amen! There we go. As we think about began to think about this 100th year and how we wanted to centennialize this, that we wanted to make sure that we wanted everybody who has ever been a part of St. Mark to come and celebrate with us. Because we believe in our heart and in our spirit that once you are a member of St. Mark, whether you move to Mississippi, Alabama,
amen,
whether God has called you to another ministry, no matter where you are, that once you are a member, you always a member.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. That God did something, we believe that God did something in and through everybody who has passed through this ministry. Amen. And listen, sometimes God gives you what you need to start off with. And then he will continue you to be a blessing in other areas in God's vineyard and in God's kingdom. But see, the thing is that, y'all, check this out. We do what we do for one reason and for one purpose. And that is for the kingdom of God. Amen. Come on, put your hands together for that. So we thank God on this morning that we have so many people who are here, who are yes members, and we have so many people who are former members, some who are friends of members. But just give yourselves a big round of applause. We want you to go and welcome home. Amen. But there was no other person that fell in my heart and in my spirit that would be appropriate to preach to us this morning than Elder Seth Lyndon Brown. If there's anybody that can concretize, but that's another good word. Amen. You like that word? Concretize. If there's anyone who can concretize what I meant by you beginning at St. Mark, God placing something in you, and you going on into other areas to be a blessing to the kingdom of God.
Amen.
It is Elder Seth Lyndon Brown. Amen. As we were trying to, as we were getting his airline ticket a couple of weeks ago, we needed his birthday. And I didn't at that time have his cell number because he and I have been communicating through Facebook. Amen. And for those of y'all who know, a couple of years ago, I was totally against Facebook. Amen. Y'all remember that? Yeah, it's a pretty good tool. Amen. But we were trying to get his birthday, and we didn't know it. So I went to the office and asked Sister Crystal, do you have information on Seth? And she went into the baptism book.
Amen.
And guess what was there? Seth Brown's baptism certificate. You remember that thing? And we found out that he was baptized. We didn't find out his birthday, but we did find out his baptismal date.
Amen.
We just let you know how far he goes back in the history that he has in this ministry.
Amen.
He was born. You talking about somebody who cut their teeth on the pews? This young man here. Amen.
Amen.
He was born in 1991, am I right? And he was baptized in 1992.
All right.
Right here at St. Mark, AMEZ Church. Now, I was appointed pastor in 2003, but knew of him even before then, but really got to know him in a different light when I got here as pastor. This boy, at that time, since he was a boy, 11 years old, 12 years old, 13, however, but he was young. Somebody do the math, 1991, 2003, what's that, 12 years old. Wow. That's the same age Jesus was, wasn't it? Amen. He started his public ministry, but 12 years old. And you talking about a young man who was old for his age. He was young, but he was old. He was young chronologically, but in the spirit, you knew that he had an anointing over his life. And see, it don't matter how old you are. Because see, I know some folk who are 75 years old and still ain't got some.
Come on now. Come on now.
Amen, somebody. You ain't got to be old in order to have the power of God to work in and through you. And it was manifested in this young man at a young age. We would be in the office before service, and we would join hands in prayer. And this young man would take us to places in God through prayer that was unbelievable. What an awesome young man he was. He's a graduate of St. Stanislaus. Did I pronounce that right? Stanislaus? I was supposed to know. See, I should have stayed at St. Stan's. Amen. He's a graduate of St. Stan's. And he was led to the greatest institution of higher learning this side of heaven. I'm about to teach y'all something, all right? On the count of three, I want y'all to say, and you got to put some oomph into it, all right? Because y'all can really make them feel at home. And at the count of three, we're going to say, the host. Y'all got that? 1, 2, 3. Don't you feel good? Sorry. He graduated in 2014 with a degree in political science and philosophy. Amen. Which just so happens to be my major as well. I'm just saying, I didn't do the philosophy part, but I did do the political science part. Amen. While there, he joined with the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship under the watch care of his pastor, the Reverend Jimmy Allen Thomas of the New Zion Ministries in Alsip, Illinois. Amen. And guess what, y'all? Not only is he a preacher, not only is he a graduate of Morehouse College with a degree in political science and philosophy. Did I say he graduated from Morehouse College? Yeah. But a week ago, he is now enrolled at the University of David A. Clark School of Law in Washington, D.C. Y'all didn't hear me. I said he's going to law school. Give the gospel praise. He's going to law school. In other words, listen. If you in trouble, not only can he get you out of trouble in the church room, but he can take you to the courtroom.
That's right.
Amen. And we are so very proud of him. We're so happy to see his mother and his mother who was here, Sister Cheryl. Prince Brown, give us some praise. So happy to have his auntie here, Reverend Constance Jones, in the house. We got uncles, all the uncles and the aunts. Raise your hand, make some noise wherever you are. Mr. Myrna, yes sir. And we're just happy to have him home, and God's going to use him this day to speak to us. So without any further, I present to you God's spokesperson for such a time as this in the life of St. Mark AMEZ Church. We're so happy to present to you Elder Seth Lyndon Brown, who after the selections coming from this Centennial Homecoming Choir, the next voice you will hear will be that of the preacher. Will you pray for him this morning? I said, will you pray for him this morning? Amen. That God will use him to speak to us. Come on, put your hands together for this reunion choir as they come to bless us.